Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. The NAACP's annual Freedom Fund dinner takes place on June the 19th. Executive Director Stanley Miller is here of the NAACP to talk more about this event upcoming. Then Crystal Guillory of the Cleveland Southeast Suburban Chapter of Mocha Moms and Dion Jones of the Cleveland East Chapter will share information about the celebration of Fatherhood Luncheon. And later in the broadcast, the Reverend Frank Stevenson of Lakeside Baptist Church will tell us about the church's annual health fair. Good morning. We intend to have a very good broadcast today, but we always have a very good broadcast today. And so we begin. Beginning with Stanley Miller, good friend, Executive Director of the NAACP, the Cleveland Chapter. Hey, Stanley, how things going?
Man, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. You are getting ready for a big community event. There's always a big community event within NAACP.
It's our Freedom Fund dinner. It's our annual event. It'll be the 51st annual. And we're going to have 1,000 of your closest friends down at the Renaissance Hotel to celebrate.
I probably will know everybody in the room.
You will.
Yeah. When's the event going to be?
It's, Leon, it's June 19th. It's 6 p.m. at the Renaissance. And I want folks to know, we start at 6, we're out of there by 8:30. And we do a lot in between.
You're going to start at 6, going to start on time at 6.
Absolutely. And we're really happy this year because our friend Danita Harris is going to be our mistress of ceremony, and she is committed to keep us on task and on time.
That's very important. Danita Harris of News Channel 5, kind of handling the reins.
You've done it.
I've done it over the years. A bunch of us have done it. It's always a good event. Why is this vital to you, this fundraiser?
Leon, this is our only fundraiser of the year. So all the monies that are raised from this picture and support the activities of the NAACP for a whole year. And people don't want to realize that, we have an African-American president. He's doing a great job, but the struggle continues. There are a lot of issues out there in the community in the area of education, jobs, housing, and clearly the justice system is continuing to create some problems for us, and there's some work to be done.
Here we are a decade into the 21st century. What do you see as some of the key things that we need to be looking at?
Leon, the NAACP is 100 years old. And the number one issue facing us today is still education. And if you think about young people graduating at a 50% rate in the urban school districts, that's a major problem. And it manifests itself in not being able to get a job, jail, and those are issues that we have to get beyond. And education is the magic wand.
How do we get that point across to the young people, the young people's parents, their grandparents? How do we get that?
Well, Leon, I think it's just keeping the pressure on, because I believe that in Cleveland and other urban centers, we have a great CEO in Cleveland who's trying to do some innovative things, and we got to support him. And we also have to get families to understand that they have to be an integral part of that child's education. You can't give it all to the schools. And families need to step up and do their part.
NAACP has always taken this approach for the last 100 years. It has always talked about education. Of course, it talked about civil rights, too.
Absolutely.
All those kinds of things. But now that the civil rights, for the most part, are in place.
Well, I tell folks that, it's no longer looking for those legislative remedies, those marching remedies. It's in the hearts and minds of people. You have to understand and want your 16-year-old child to get a good education and do exceedingly well. You have to want that in your heart, and you have to get behind them.
So we will be talking about those things. So in your Freedom Fund dinner, which is scheduled for Saturday, June the 19th at the Renaissance Hotel in Cleveland's Public Square. Tell me a little bit about the event now. Tickets still available?
Tickets are still available, and you can buy tables. We're asking all our church community to get out and buy a table. We haven't done that well in the churches over the past few years, and we're trying to we got a group of exciting ministers that are out there working the vineyards trying to get the church community involved with the life of the NAACP. But we're bringing in our Washington Bureau Chief. His name is Hillary Shelton. He's an outstanding individual. He's got his pulse on Washington, D.C., and we're expecting him to bring some great words on national issues that are affecting our organization.
Words of wisdom and good fellowship as well.
Absolutely.
With these 1,000 people.
Absolutely. And Leon, the other piece is that we highlight our youth. We give our Carl B. Stokes Scholarship. We're going to be 8 young people getting scholarships that evening. And we're also going to highlight our youngsters that are going to Kansas City to compete in the AXO competition. Singing, dancing, poetry, business. We got some bright young kids that have done very well locally, and now they're going to show off their skills at our national convention in Kansas City.
What are tickets costing for this June 19th Saturday event at the Renaissance Hotel?
Community tickets are $125. Tables of 10 are $1,250. Corporate folks pay a little more, but they do it. And I'd also like to mention that our lead sponsor this year is PNC Bank.
Yeah.
That's the old National City.
The old National City.
So,
PNC Bank has come in and made a big footprint.
And they have stayed with us. I like to tell the people that they have stayed with us. Their president, Paul Clark, has been a great friend of the NAACP. You know, Michael Taylor is one of the people that works with us very closely. So we got to give them their props. I mean, those are some folks that have stepped up.
They've stepped up to the plate. I was involved with something they were doing the other day. PNC
Absolutely.
There. And so they're good people, good citizens, and good to have them in town, helping the city do all of these things. But once again, this event is going to be Saturday, June the 19th. Now, can people call and get more information on this?
Please, they can call the NAACP office at 216-231-6260. 216-231-6260.
We've got it on the screen right there as Stanley Miller speaks about it, or you can go to clevelandnaacp.org.
Got it.
clevelandnaacp.org. You can get more information there.
Absolutely.
But Saturday, June the 19th,
yes,
the Renaissance Hotel, the big hotel in Public Square.
Yes, we got the best MC in town for that night.
You're going to have Danita Harris is going to be emceeing for you.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time, and tickets are $125 or a table for $1,250.
Absolutely.
A table of 10. Tickets are still available. If people make a phone call to that number, they can buy their tickets over the phone.
Churches.
You can get them. You can find
churches.
And you need the churches involved.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stanley Miller, Executive Director of the Cleveland branch of the NAACP and longtime friend. Always good to see you, Stanley.
Glenville grad.
Glenville High School.
I remember it well.
Yes. That was a long time ago, though.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we graduated. Okay, thanks, Stanley.
Thank you very much, Leon, for having me.
My pleasure. I'm going to take a break right now, but I want to remind you may log on to newsnet5.com to see what's coming up each week on Kaleidoscope. Up next, a program to honor fathers. I'm Leon Bibb. Back in just a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope today. Mocha Moms of Cleveland is hosting a luncheon to celebrate fatherhood. And the co-president of the Cleveland Southeast Suburban Chapter, Crystal Guillory, is here. And the co-president of the Cleveland East Chapter, Dion Jones, is also here to tell us more. Crystal Guillory sitting right next to me and Dion Jones sitting on the outside. Good to have you both here.
Thank you for having us.
Representing Mocha Moms.
Mocha Moms.
What is Mocha Moms? Spelled M-O-C-H-A. What is Mocha Moms?
Well, Mocha Moms is an organization for stay-at-home moms of color or moms who've decided to alter their employment to stay at home to further their families.
And you've been involved with it for some time now.
I've been involved with it for 5 years. I originally started in Richmond, Virginia, and then when we moved here a couple of years ago, I started in this chapter, the Cleveland Southeast Suburban Chapter.
So Dion, it has chapters. Mocha Moms has chapters around the country and other places other than here in the greater Cleveland area. About how many members are in Mocha Moms? And how long has it been in existence?
Well, Mocha Moms originally started as a newsletter in 1997, and we've had our first meeting in 1999 in Baltimore, Maryland. I always want to say Boston as well. But yes, in Cleveland, what was it?
And it's always about family. Keeping families strong. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. You've got all kinds of programs and things like that. Tell me a little bit about one of your programs that you especially like. Just a little thumbnail sketch.
Well, one of the things that nationally Mocha Moms does sponsor is the girls booked on beauty shops or boys booked on beauty shops. And what we do is create reading nooks in barbershops or beauty shops for children who are waiting to be serviced or waiting with a parent who's having their hair done or cut. And what that does is just promote literacy, and that's one of the goals of Mocha Moms nationally. And
Dion, you put some quality reading stuff in there for the youngsters to read. We could all use that. But your big event, and Dion, I want you to tell me a little bit about this big event, a celebration of fatherhood, which you've got coming up on Saturday, June the 5th. Tell me about the celebration of fatherhood.
Well, it speaks for itself. It's honoring the fathers who are exceptional in our community, how they celebrate their families, how they celebrate themselves, how they honor their communities as well through their actions. And we will have guest speakers that have done over 15 years of research in Africa, and it's just going to explain to us how fatherhood is celebrated.
And certainly fatherhood, it all ties into Father's Day and things like that, which is coming up soon. This is vital to you, isn't it, Crystal, to celebrate fatherhood? We hear so much about motherhood, but we need to celebrate fatherhood too.
Absolutely. In fact, that is how this event came about, because Lisa Stewart, who is actually the coordinator for the event, decided, what can we do to celebrate our fathers? We're married to men who are exceptional fathers, and we value them, but then what can we do also to help bring up other young men who may be fathers who don't have positive role models? And so we wanted to highlight them as well. So we actually partner with the Cuyahoga County Fatherhood Initiative because they work with men who maybe don't have resources but want to be a good father. And so this event, the Celebration of Fatherhood on June 5th, at the Embassy Suites at 11 a.m., is actually in support of the Cuyahoga County Fatherhood Initiative.
Dion, are tickets still available for this event, and what are the ticket costs?
Yes, tickets are still available, $35 a piece or $65 for a couple, and we have $350 for tables. And we will take any donation of any kind in support of the Fatherhood Initiative.
Now, this is going to be at the Embassy Suites in Independence, and the address on that Embassy Suites location is 5800 Rockside Woods Boulevard in Independence, and it is Saturday at 5 o'clock. Saturday, June 5th at 11 o'clock in the morning. It is a luncheon, 11 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, June the 5th. What do you want people to walk away with once they come to this event on Saturday, June 5th at the Embassy Suites in Independence?
I want people to realize that there are positive fathers out in our communities doing things for themselves, doing things for their families, and doing things for their communities. I want them to realize that everything that they see on TV is not the entire picture of our existence.
There are some good fathers out there.
Yes.
There are some good fathers out there, and we certainly want to celebrate those fathers, and those who may not be as good, maybe they will be enticed to be better as a result of things like this. About how many members are in the greater Cleveland area of Mocha Moms?
It's almost 60. We're just under 60, about 30 in each chapter.
And I should add that my daughter Jennifer Clausen is one of the members in the Southeast Suburban chapter of Mocha Moms. And Jennifer gave me a call and told me to make sure that you ladies have everything that you want, and we're trying to make sure that you get it. So leave us with a final thought on the importance of the work that Mocha Moms does.
Mocha Moms highlights. Mocha Moms in general is a support group for women, and with that support we provide meals for moms who stay at home after they have a baby, and just helps them out. So we do things to help them, but as an organization our focus is really education of children. I discussed the girls booked on beauty shops and boys booked on beauty shops.
And that's vital stuff. Yeah. Let me put the phone number on the screen if we've not already done so. I think we have. It is 804-731-8029. 804-731-8029, and that you can make your telephone call and you can get your tickets by making that phone call.
Absolutely.
That's to someone's cell phone number, but please give us a call. Or you can go to semochamoms.webs.com. You see that at the bottom of the screen as well. Thank you so much, Crystal Guillory, for being on the broadcast, and Dion Jones, both representing Mocha Moms. Thanks so much for being on the broadcast. We will see you on Saturday, June 5th, 11 o'clock, the Embassy Suites in Independence at Mocha Moms. I'll take a break. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope today. Lakeside Baptist Church hosts a health fair on June the 12th. That's a Saturday, and the Reverend Frank Stevenson is here to talk more about this event and how it will help the community. The pastor of Lakeside Baptist Church in East Cleveland, Reverend Frank Stevenson. How are you today?
I'm well.
Yeah, things are going well at Lakeside Baptist?
Everything's going well at Lakeside.
Yeah. How long have you been the pastor there?
I've been the pastor 5 years.
So you are trying to do something with the health fair. Again, you've done this before.
Yes, this is our third annual health fair.
Why do you see this as vital to talk about health concerns?
Well, one of the reasons is a lot of people do not have health insurance. And some of our people have a fear of going to the doctor. So we are bringing this to the neighborhood, reaching out to the community, and hoping that if someone does have some kind of disease, not unaware of it, can be caught early so that something can be done about it.
If you've got a blood pressure problem, you can find that blood pressure problem right there and get on the road to better health.
Yes, sir.
Or something like that.
And we're also having screenings for HIV and AIDS and diabetes and a lot of different things for our screenings.
Where are you going to hold this at?
It's going to be held at Lakeside Baptist Church, 12600 Euclid Avenue in East Cleveland.
And that's right near Superior? Right?
Yeah, right near, between Superior and Lakeview.
In East Cleveland. Saturday, June the 12th, I see you start at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to go for a few hours with this.
From 10 to 3.
What has been the response of the previous health fairs that you've had?
Last year was our best one. We, like I said, it's our third one, but last year was our best. And we're looking forward to this year being a better one because we have also, other partners have come on with us now. The City of East Cleveland and a group called the East Cleveland Bridges for Hope and also the East Cleveland Concerned Pastors for Progress.
Yes. So the goal is to get people, get in and get screened. What kind of screenings are you going to be having?
We're going to have blood pressure screenings, diabetes screening, also screenings for sickle cell anemia, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, but medical people will be there, medical experts will be
medical
there.
people, doctors, nurses. We're also going to have presenters that are going to be talking, giving a presentation, and we're also going to have things for the youth to do for its entertainment and different games for them to play.
Yeah, you can get more information. We're going to continue our conversation with Reverend Stevenson, but you can get more information by dialing 216-795-4335 as you see on the screen. You can get more information, and once again, it's going to be Saturday, June the 12th at 10 o'clock in the morning, runs until 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Lakeside Baptist Church, which is at 12600 Euclid Avenue, and that's right between Superior and Lakeside.
Superior and Euclid.
Yeah, that's the main intersection.
Yeah,
you get
Superior
to
Lakeview.
Yeah, Superior. We both know where we're going, but we can't get there. But Reverend Stevenson, 12600 Euclid Avenue between Superior and Lakeside on Lakeview. On Euclid Avenue, Lakeside Baptist Church. This is part of your ministry. You and I talked about this last year. This is part of your ministry. Aside from preaching the gospel, you're also preaching health as well, right?
Well, I think that health is very important because it's easier to serve God and His people when you are healthy. And I think that all churches have obligation to not only deal on the spiritual part, but also the physical part of man. So we are reaching out to the community to do all we can to help the community.
Yeah. So many people fall off the wagon sometimes. They don't eat the good foods.
That's right.
They don't see the doctor.
That's right.
They don't take their blood pressure medicines or whatever.
That's right.
And then they wonder why things are getting shaky in their lives. You're trying to get them back on the wagon and doing the right thing.
We also have nutritionists that's going to be there to talk about the types of foods that we should be eating and the types that we should not be eating.
Now, what's the cost for all of this?
There's no cost.
Glory, hallelujah. No cost at all. I didn't think there was a cost there, Pastor. No cost. And this is open to anybody who wants to come?
Open to the public.
Open to the public.
Yes.
It is Saturday, June 12th, 10 o'clock, 12600 Euclid Avenue. That's the location of the Lakeside Baptist Church, and the Reverend Frank Stevenson is the pastor of the Lakeside Baptist Church. We're located in East Cleveland. Health fairs are so vital to what we're talking about. Leave us with a final thought on why this is vital.
Well, I think it's vital because so many people fall through the cracks and unaware. Sometimes we may be unaware of some existence of some disease is lingering with us unless we have some type of screening. So we at Lakeside, and we are reaching out to the community because I feel like that church's obligation, if it cannot help the community, then it really has no reason for being there.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Reverend Frank Stevenson, pastor of Lakeside Baptist Church. We'll see you Saturday, June 12th,
Okay.
10 o'clock at the church location.
Yes, and thank you.
Oh, good to have you on the broadcast. I'll take a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. We'll have words from the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. Sharon Gibson will deliver those words in a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. You know, we are partnered on this broadcast with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, and Sharon Gibson, who's the executive and program assistant at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, is here. Hey, Sharon.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to have you with us today.
Thank
You're here today to talk a little bit about the National Urban League and Walgreens Wellness Tour.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
The National Urban League and the Walgreens department stores have partnered for the last 4 years to present the Walgreens Wellness Tour. What it is a bus that goes throughout the underserved communities providing free health screenings worth $140 in value, no appointments necessary. We provide blood pressure checks, cholesterol, glucose, body mass index, and yes. And Walgreens pharmacists are on site at some of the locations to answer any questions.
Is this going to be going through the Greater Cleveland area now?
Yes, the first tour begins Thursday, June 24th at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. Actually, we're hosting it at the Central Cadillac, who have allowed us to use their lot on the Prospect side.
That's East 30th Street and Prospect
Yes,
Avenue,
sir.
right across from the Urban League is where Central Cadillac is.
Adjacent to the
And when's that
Urban
going to
League,
be, June?
June 24th, beginning at 11 a.m. on June 24th.
And how long is this bus going to be here?
It will be in the Greater Cleveland area 10 days, June 24th. The last tour is July 8th.
Now, how will people know where it's going? Is there a schedule?
They can contact the Urban League for the tour dates.
You can, if you contact the Urban League, you can find out where this bus is going to be.
Yes, where it will be located.
Let's
Yes.
put a phone number on the screen, 662-0999 in the 216 area code. That is the phone number to the Urban League. And if you just call and ask where is the wellness bus going to be,
Yes.
the Urban League and the Walgreens
Stores.
pharmacy
Yes.
store wellness tour bus going to be,
Yes.
we can get more information.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but really on June the 24th, that's where it starts, at East 30th and Prospect.
At the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.
All right. Good to have you on the broadcast telling us all about staying healthy and staying well.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
That's what it's all about. Okay, thank you so much. Sharon Gibson of the Urban League. That's going to do it for Kaleidoscope for today. We appreciate you being with us. I'm Leon Good. Be well.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.